Have you ever went to bed believing the world was safe? That your loved ones are breathing peacefully under one roof? Now, imagine waking up to silence. Not the comforting kind of silence. The kind of silence that screams. That's the kind of silence that my dear friend woke up to 6 months ago. 2 of his loved ones were shot dead in their sleep by someone that they trusted. And after committing the unthinkable, the killer takes his own life. Gone in the blink of an eye. No warning, no goodbye. And this world just kept turning. But my friend's world was about to change forever. It was an ordinary night. It was the most basic of nights that you could imagine. You could hear the sound of humming coming from the kitchen fridge. You could hear the sound of bed sheets moving as the 2 of them got ready for bed. You could smell the faint scent of dinner that was still lingering in the air. The 2 of them went to bed like it was any other night, breathing peacefully under one roof. And in the stillness of that night, that's when violence struck. Sudden, unthinkable, the kind of moment that doesn't echo, it embeds itself into the walls, into the memory, into the soul. And when the sun came up the next morning, it didn't bring light with it. All it brought was loss. More and more loss. He didn't tell me this story in a courtroom. He told me this story over a cup of coffee. And as he went to take another sip, I could see a tear trickle down his cheek. That tear carried more than just grief. It carried the weight of everything that came after that night, because violence doesn't end when the act is over. It ripples into sleepless nights and quiet breakdowns. It ripples into the way that he walks into every house with a deeper sense of urgency. It ripples into the way that he listens to people, not just with his ears, but with the ache, the feeling of having gone through it. That single act of violence did not just take 2 lives that night. It changed his very own. And now, at 75 years old, through his work, helping families facing elder abuse and household trauma, he is trying to stop these ripples from affecting other people. Can't we all agree that we live in a time where every little thing has to escalate every time? Tempers flare fast and empathy fades quicker. And his story reminds you and I that every choice we make sends a ripple effect into this world. His loss became a lesson. His pain became a purpose. And now through his work, he is creating new ripples. Ripples of compassion, of courage, of change. And his story reminds you and I that we are all a part of this ripple. And until we breathe our final breath on this earth, you and I get to decide what kind of ripple that we send out into this world.